Hello, and thanks for joining us for our First Gen series. In this particular video, we're going to be overviewing the 9th, 10th grade years and also showing a little bit about what junior and senior year looks like. We're excited to have you join us for our First Gen series. Today we'll be discussing freshman year and how to acclimate to Stevenson and how to explore interests. We'll talk a little bit about the sophomore year and how to continue exploration and ways that we support that. And we'll also highlight the junior and senior year with ramping up with exploration of career interests and looking at post-secondary opportunities, in particular with college. We'll also highlight events that will be supporting you and your students during the time at Stevenson and identify who your support people are during the process. Freshman year, we really want students to focus on getting acclimated to Stevenson High School. We know we're a large high school. We know that there are a lot of supports that are tucked away in all sorts of different wings and floors of our school. We really want students to have some strong study skills and focus first on their academics and understanding where their resources are, tutoring, what their teacher office hours are, as well as we encourage families to put the students in the driver's seat, per se, to communicating with teachers. We want students emailing the teachers. We want students talking to the teachers so they start to learn those advocacy and independent skills in a very supportive environment before they head off to college. We want students to explore interests through our classes and through the co-curriculars that we offer at Stevenson. We have a great night every fall called Let's Talk About Your Future, where we encourage families to sit down together to discuss students' interests, what they're interested in studying and learning, and they find fascinating in their classes as they're selecting courses for next year. We also want students to really practice that independence and self-advocacy skills that I just spoke of. So asking teachers for support, seeking out help when needed, and utilizing resources for exploration, whether that's the ILC or the ELC or the teachers' tutoring office hours, or even forming their own study groups. There are programming opportunities along the way for freshman year as well. In the spring, counselors will be offering an opportunity to meet with them through a freshman SCOPE meeting. SCOPE is School Counselor Parent Engagement Meeting, where a parent or guardian and a student sit down with a counselor to talk about how their adjustment to Stevenson has been, what have they been enjoying so far, where maybe they're struggling a little bit and need some extra support, and what it looks like for the next year. The College Career Center, affectionately called the CCC, will also host a freshman night in April that is specifically geared for freshmen and their families to talk about how we start to engage with them over the next few years, not only in the college piece, but also careers. There are lots of opportunities for your students as well, let alone the activities that they can start to explore, but we'll also give them a practice college admission exam in April. And they have lots of support through their advisory as well, where they're going to explore Naviance, which is a career and college search program that they have opportunities to use as web-based. For sophomore year, we're really hoping students are acclimated to Stevenson at that point and digging deeper into their interest and learning more about what they like and what might be potential career pathways for them. We do have a career exploration resource specialist here at Stevenson, and that person really can help the students explore opportunities. They have intentional programming, job shadowing. They also bring in people for career talks and host things in the evening as well. And students are able to make appointments with the career resource specialists sophomore, junior, and senior year as they're learning more about their interests. They have a great website that's built out too. Course selection is a great time that sophomore year to really talk about the junior year, which is usually the last year that colleges see before they make admissions decisions, since students will be applying in early of their senior year, and looking at opportunities at junior year when they're looking at their course selections to learn more about their interests, to explore deeper into what they're looking for. And again, we'll have that Let's Talk About Your Future night as a family to discuss that junior year. There are more programming opportunities. Again, there's going to be a sophomore scope meeting for parents, guardians, and students to again talk about how they're doing at Stevenson and how they're developing. And the College Career Center will also have an event for sophomore families in the spring to talk about what's coming up junior and senior year and some of the pieces that have happened sophomore year. Again, your student will have the opportunity to practice college admission exams in April as a sophomore, and if they are taking AP classes at that time, there will be testing in May to earn potential college credit. But the AP classes overall are a great college level experience course for them if they feel ready up to that challenge. I'm going to highlight a little bit more kind of beyond that freshman and sophomore year, but for some freshmen and sophomores, just remember the key takeaways. Is we want students to explore what they're interested in. We want students to be the one communicating and advocating for themselves, and please make sure to reach out to us. And we want students to practice and take safe risks, joining a club that maybe their friends aren't interested in because they are, to try something new and break out of their freshman year and explore their interests a little deeper. Beyond that 9th and 10th grade year, junior year is where the College Career Center really increases their supports and interactions with the family. The College Career Center has career programming, as I just mentioned again, through that career resource specialist who will do job shadowing opportunities, who will have career talks, who can meet with students to help explore interests. Starting at junior year, we will also have Stevenson High School college rep visits, where we have over 120 colleges, not only across the United States, but a few in different countries that will come and speak to our students specifically about their colleges, and that happens during the school day. We also encourage families to start to do some college campus visits, even that summer leading into the junior year. So students get to have an actual idea of what a college looks like. What is a small school? What does a large school feel like? What's one in a city versus one that's in a more rural or country feeling? What's the setting of the college around it? Just so students can physically start to see some of their preferences as they embark on exploring over 1,000 colleges that are offered in the United States. In addition, there will be college fairs that students can attend in the evening with their parents that will give you an opportunity to speak with college representatives directly. We want students to continue to explore potential colleges and their admissions criteria. Every college has different requirements for admissions, so it is a great idea to start to explore colleges and making sure that your course selection is in line for the colleges that you're starting to consider. Students and families will have an opportunity to do a P-Scope meeting. So similar to the scope meeting that we talked about for freshman and sophomore year, this is a post-secondary counselor parent engagement meeting. So you will be meeting with student and parent guardian and the post-secondary counselor that is assigned to your SST. So every student is assigned a post-secondary counselor. There's 2 of us here, and we work with students on the east side or students on the west side. That meeting is an opportunity for us to talk about preferences and to even potentially develop a list of colleges for students to consider along their pathway based off their interests. The College Career Center also offers a junior family night towards the end of first semester, and we will be offering one second semester as well to help you in that journey. We will have, not listed on here, as a financial aid night that all junior and senior families are encouraged to come as well, and that's usually in late September, early October, to understand the financial aid process. And then the juniors will also have the opportunity to do a PSAT NMSQT. The NMSQT part is the National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test, and that's where they have that opportunity to go through the National Merit Contest. College admission exam in April taken at school. That's the AP exams as well in May, but we will have the college admissions, either the ACT or SAT, taken at school, which is a requirement for graduation as well. Students have the opportunity to take the ACT or SAT on their own on Saturdays in addition. Senior year is where the fun really begins. Between the junior and senior year, we will offer a college essay workshop in the summer that's only 4 days for students to work on college essays and receive feedback as they're writing them. And then once we return to school in August, the College Career Center will do an early fall night to really talk about with families how the application process looks, how everything gets everywhere. We will continue to have those college reps at Stevenson in the fall where seniors can also attend. We have that financial aid night that I mentioned in the previous slide that will be again in the late September era. And then we will have the FAFSA workshop. The FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid. We will go in more detail on this, but just know that we're here to help support families if they need help completing that during the senior year. If a family hasn't done a Peace Scope meeting junior year, they can certainly do one in the fall of senior year. The Peace Scope meetings in junior year run from November to mid-June, and then in the fall we finish up with any seniors that were just now ready to do them, and they're just offered once for the student. And then the College Career Center and your Students Counselor are all here to support you through the college application process and the admissions process. So there are several of us here ready to help as students go through that process. Students will actually begin applying to college late summer, early fall, typically like July, August through mid-October is when most applications are going to be completed. There may be some that still kind of trickle in through November. But just remember, all colleges have different application requirements and different deadlines. So it's really important for students to do their research as they start to go into that phase and to go directly to the college's websites to learn about that. And also know just during that senior year, we have lots of workshops and programming during the school day to help students and families along the way. And it all kind of comes together for May 1st, which is decision day. May 1st is when students need to commit to colleges and make that final deposit. Things to remember along the way. So I know we went a little deep into that junior senior year. We don't want us to miss that big overall picture, right? We want students to really think of high school going through having a healthy balance, making sure they're not taking on too much, whether that's too many activities, whether that's too many hard courses. We want them sleeping 7, 8, 9 hours a night, really. We want them being able to go out and enjoy and socialize as well and have some downtime. We really want us to not focus on a particular college or subset of college, but to focus on what students' interests are. Where are their skills? Where are their gifts they want to give to this world? And what does that look like? Also remember, as I just mentioned, more does not mean better. So not more clubs, not more AP courses, really keeping that balance and that overall well-roundedness. And students, please remember, one grade does not define your trajectory for life. Sometimes it feels like when you get that off grade, it can feel just defeating and that you aren't going to be able to go anywhere, and that isn't true if that happens to you. Please remember that those challenging courses teach us really valuable things, how to work through challenging courses in college, how to work through challenging situations in life. And please remember, we're all here to support you and your student in this process. Thank you so much for joining us